valid at all.
Well, the interesting is valuation, if you're talking about, because I was reading today that that the teams, many teams, not the Dodgers, but many teams are not getting more than 12 to 14,000 people showing up at the games,
Yes.
and they have all these stadiums half empty. So I guess if you're going to sell the Dodgers, but they get over 3 million people through the doorway there. If you're going to sell the Dodgers, this is probably not the time to sell it.
You know, I'm not. You may be right, but I'm not sure. I don't know how to value a Major League Baseball team. Does it have to do with their one-loss record? If it's their one-loss record, don't sell them this year because they're like 4 games under 500. We got to take a break. We'll be coming back in just a minute. Call us at 1-800-405-4222. We are Legal Help Live. I'm Ralph. That's Steve. And when we come back from our break, we'll be talking to you, and that'll be in just a minute.
Stay tuned for more Legal Help Live.
Our doors are open to all at St. Joseph Center, where we provide intervention, prevention, and education services. Our early childhood development centers encourage learning while parents seek work. Families receive food for the week. Case managers counsel seniors, veterans, and families. We also teach job skills to young and old. Experience the joy of helping at St. Joseph Center. We're planting hope, growing lives for all those in need.
A stranger on the phone said I won a sweepstakes, but I was smarter.
Someone tried to open a credit card in my name, but I was smarter.
A friend said I should sign my house over to him, but I was smarter.
The Los Angeles County Department of Consumer Affairs can help you avoid scams and protect your financial well-being. Don't become another victim of fraud. Call the Department of Consumer Affairs and we'll help you be
Smarter Seniors.
Before Christmas, my life was a mess. I was incarcerated, a drug addict, totally confused and didn't have any sense of direction. Some of the things they did is they gave me mock interviews, they assist me with my application. What I'm doing now, I work for a company that gives me a lot of responsibilities, and it's been great. It's been good.
After my service ended, the biggest battle I faced was readjusting to civilian life.
New Directions provides services specifically for women like you who face homelessness, substance abuse, and trauma.
I joined the military to save lives. New Directions helped me save my own.
If you were honorably discharged from the military, you're entitled to veteran services. Go to ndvets.org for help.
By the way,
yes.
This is Legal Help Live.
This is.
You're Ralph, I'm Steve.
Correct.
And you can call us at 1-800-405-4222.
You passed 100%.
The next 5 people that we put on the air,
yes,
will get dinner for 2 at a restaurant of our choice in Southern California.
If they ask a legal question.
If they got on the air. So we got 2 lines open, 1-800-405-4222. If you get on the air, you will. The next 5 of you will get dinner for 2 as our guest at a restaurant of our choice.
Yes.
All right, I think it's pretty.
I think that's cool.
So
I think that's very nice. It's a nice gesture.
We're going to run a video in a minute, but before we get there, you know, I don't know how many of you out there drink pomegranate juice.
I have.
You drink pomegranate juice?
Not regularly, but you know, I have.
There was a study at UCLA in the Department of Urology a few years ago that basically said that P-O-M,
yes,
the pomegranate juice, is pure pomegranate juice,
right,
had an effect on controlling and stopping the growth of tumors.
Yes.
And I can remember that it was a big thing with urologists and people who who may have prostate cancer.
Yep.
Because the study showed that if you drank 8 ounces a day, I believe it was 8 ounces a day, of the pomegranate juice, it would, quote, stop the growth of tumors. It was a very scientific study. UCLA put it out all over. The next step was, lots of people would take it because I felt if it controlled certain types of cancers from not growing, people would take it because it might prevent you from getting it. And now I see that the FDA targets POM youth health claims. It's whether or not it's effective against heart and prostate problems.
Really?
It sort of got me because I remember that UCLA study. I mean, I actually even looked at it.
Yes.
For some research I was doing, and it supported the claim that it had an effect, etc.
Right.
Now I don't know what's come up in the last 4 or 5 years, but I was shocked to see that they're now saying it doesn't. And the company says it's a bunch of bull. I don't know how many users.
You mean the feds are a bunch of bull?
Yeah, that it actually.
Nobody's ever accused the federal government of being a bunch of bull.
But it sort of bothered me. On one hand, you had scientists who actually studied it, and then on the other hand, you have a federal agency that may or may not have studied it and is now coming up making these kinds of complaints.
Well, did the FDA say something that was conclusive? Or are they just raising the question?
It is false. It is no help against heart and prostate cancer. But anyway, it's going to be very interesting. You ought to watch that.
Well, you know.
And I would still continue to drink your 100% pomegranate juice. And I'm no doctor at all.
And cranberry juice is good for you too.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
I only studied pomegranate juice.
You didn't have a minor in cranberry?
No.
How about if we go back to the phones and take some more calls?
All right.
Mary from Northridge. Mary,
Hello?
you're on. How are you today?
Well, I'm okay. I have an uncle who he's 70 years old, and his wife just died.
I'm sorry.
And before she died, she was basically taking care of him. He is bedridden, and he's a handful. He is abusive to everyone who takes care of him. His wife, who was taking on the lion's share of that job, did that for a very long time. Now he has 4 children who are sort of like, they don't know what to do for him. And one of them in particular, I guess, has been giving him, he says, has been giving him a problem. And he asked me to find out how he could get a restraining order against one of his kids. I was wondering if that was even possible, and what do you need to bring something like that about?
Okay, well, in California, there are statutes that protect elder people from abuse. There's also civil restraining orders for people who are harassed and threatened or stalked, etc. You can go to, what area does he live in?
He lives just a few blocks from my house.
Northridge.
Northridge, okay. You can go to the Van Nuys, you can go to a lawyer, first of all, if you or you can go to the Van Nuys Superior Court Self-Help Center, and it's in the courthouse, and they have a whole set up there where you can go through it, you can explain what the facts are.
But I would go? Doesn't he have to go?
Well, it's him, but I'm just using,
but
he can't go without
I just don't know I don't know how he would get there, because he doesn't, he doesn't.
He's not ambulatory. Is he difficult to move?
Get in there, I guess.
Well, you can do that, and they'll help you fill out the papers. It'll then be given to a Superior Court judge to decide whether or not you can get a temporary restraining order, and then within 21 days it'll be set for a hearing as to whether or not the order should be made permanent, and those orders are good for most instances for 3 years. Another thing you do is you can call a lawyer who does restraining orders, have the lawyer come out to the house, do all the paperwork, and then make some kind of arrangements for your uncle to testify. You can also call the police and make a criminal complaint for what's going on if you got some facts to base it on. And you can contact the county.
I'm wondering. I mean, I'm seeing, when I see him, I see that he is kind of belligerent, and he's trouble.
How old is he?
He's very hard to take care of, and I'm just wondering if this isn't part of the problem. I mean, I wasn't there when he claims that his son was rough with him, and I think he's just going through a really hard time right now.